recording.
All right.
I'm on, yeah.
All right.
So sorry, brother Ross Marvin.
Yes.
There was a sister in, I guess there was a sister who came on early.
Yeah, Sister Tracy. I think that's her name, Tracy.
Tracy or Janet?
Janet, Sister Janet, I mean.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess, yeah, I was driving when she sent me the message, but hopefully she'll come on. I let her know it was 8 afterwards. We'll see.
Yes, she said that she's going to come back. She came in from 7 o'clock. So she said she'll be back.
So,
You want to send her a message on Facebook?
Say again?
I said, were you able to send her a message on Facebook?
Yes. Yeah.
All right. I was just sending her one. I was just sending one last message to everyone else as well. So we are recording. The Sensi is lit. Our gracious host, Ross Marvin, we greet you. Brother Dean.
Yes.
We greet you. Raj next. Greet you. Welcome to a nation building for real, for real. We are here building across different parts of the United States of America, different parts of Canada, Garveyites who have all come together for one purpose, and that is to establish and execute the foundation and the principles of the Honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey and of the Constitution of the UNIA-ACL. So here I am standing at Martin Luther King Jr. Park, where you see we have our flags. Huh?
Nice.
Huh?
Yeah,
where our flag is flying.
Yeah.
Big and prosperous. Here in the heart of Black Buffalo. A block for me is Genesee Street, which we have already ordained and declared to be Marcus Garvey Way. And so with our flag flying proudly, I will now play our national anthem to begin this event.
Yes, King.
Can you hear it?
It's still a little low.
Can you hear it?
No.
Can you hear it?
No. Okay, that's it.
Glorious, red, black, and green. Advance, advance to victory. Let Africa
Be free.
advance to meet the foe. Advance to meet the foe.
With the might of the red, the black, and the green. With the might Red eyes and green.
Ashe.
Red eyes and green.
Sure.
Ashe. So I'm gonna just go on mute while I get away from the street where it's very loud, and you won't be able to hear me for a minute.
Yes. So we also have to do the pledge. So I could lead in the pledge. So can you guys hear me?
Yeah,
Yes.
man, can hear you.
Okay. So do you have the pledges with you? So I could read along.
Yeah, man.
Let me know when you're ready.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
I'm
read
looking
it.
for mine. Hold on. I'll read it then.
Okay. So I commit my body, mind, and spirit to the protection. Well, I'll go slow and then the Adam could repeat. Sorry. I commit my body,
I commit my body,
Commit my body,
mind, and spirit
Mind and
mind
spirit.
and spirit
to the protection,
to the
to the
protection,
protection,
defense, and security of
defense and security of
security of
the red, black, and green.
the red, black, and green.
the red, black, and green.
I dedicate my life
I dedicate
I
my
dedicate
life
my life
to the redemption of Mother Africa
to the
to the
redemption of
redemption
Mother
of Mother
Africa
Africa
and the liberation of scattered black children.
and the
and the
liberation
liberation of her scattered black
other
children.
black children.
I accept for myself
I accept for
myself
myself
and my descendants
and my descendants
and my descendants
the teachings of universal African nationalism
of the
the
teachings
teachings of the universal of
African
African
nationalism.
nationalism.
and I promise that
And I
And
promise
I
that
promise that
our children our children
our children
our children
will be instilled with
will be
be
instilled with
filled with
the purpose and knowledge of themselves
the
the
purpose
of
and knowledge of themselves
as African people,
as African people,
as African people,
in order that the cause
in order that the cause
in order that the cause
of our struggle
of
of
our
our
struggle
struggle
will neither falter nor fail
will neither
will
falter
neither falter nor
nor
fail
fail
until all black people
until all black people
until all black people
are free and united
are free and united. True.
through one God,
One
through
God,
one God,
one aim,
one
one
aim,
aim,
and one destiny.
and one
one
destiny.
destiny.
Race first.
Race first.
Yes, kid.
First.
Martin, that famous MLK. That's why I didn't shoot. I didn't even check that.
All right. I appreciate it. I'm glad you came over. Now you know what's up. Good to see you, brother. Peace. Thank you, brother Ross X, for that.
Yes,
was blessed.
yes.
So, is our gracious host still on with us?
I just saw him.
Yes, I'm here. You can hear me?
Good. Yes,
Yes,
sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm
So we
here.
just wanted to make sure you're there, so that we can because you know we wanted to engage with you specifically.
Okay.
Yeah. So first of all, what's your deadline with these membership timetable on that, and how do we make sure we can get our members to get in on this back, especially myself?
What is that for the Black Government ID you're talking about?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. I just want to say greetings, family. I'm Ross Marvin, the local president of Division 421 here in Atlanta. And I just want to thank you all for inviting me to be with you all today. It's an honor and a pleasure. Okay. So with the Black...
Honors are, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. With the Black Government ID, I'll put the link in the chat where if anybody's interested, you can apply for it there.
Okay. All right. So so basically the process is send a picture, and what else? Some money.
Okay. The link that I'm going to put in the chat, I'll also share my screen so everyone can see exactly what it is.
Wow. Battery's dying.
Okay, I just put the link in the chat.
Okay, good.
So now I'll just go ahead and share the page. So this is the page that's in the chat. So it says, greetings to the members of Division 421 and the Collective Black People Movement Organization.
Right.
Members are now available. Membership cards are now available. All of our members follow steps 1, 2, and 3. So step 1 is if you're A in step 1 is CBPM members. So if you're applying for your CBPM card, you check out A below right here. B is for UNIA members. That's
Right.
B down here. And C, you just go to C if you're the members of any other UNIA division.
Got it.
So we're going to scroll down to C and see what C says. C says UNIA members and other UNIA divisions only. Click this link to pay the $10 for your Black Government ID to be created and mailed to you. Then continue to step 2 and 3. The price was $10. The $10, we didn't update it. The $10 is if you get it in person. But if we have to go through the mailing process, it's $20, and also it's like $5 go to the division for fundraising and so on. But you click there, and then you can automatically pay for your ID. It should pull it up. So once you get here, I'm gonna have to refix the link so it goes directly to the Black Government ID, but that's the link. Okay, it says $20 here, but
Right.
scroll down to number 3, it says Black Government ID. We're gonna date the ID to this year's picture. So That's how much it is. And in a way, we've been bouncing back from charging $20 to $10. The Secretary General says if we have to go through the mailing process, that we should leave it at $20, because if we left it at $10, then we have to do the mailing and everything.
True.
And
Absolutely, that makes all the sense.
with all the time processing materials and everything, we wouldn't be making anything. But anyway, that's it. So you pay for it right there. And then once you pay for it, you just go back to the page. And now you go to steps 2 and 3. So step 2, what it says is CVPM members, or you look at B for UNIA members. So it's not only Division 421, but any UNIA member. Send your headshot, send a JPEG picture of yourself from neck up to that address. It's right there on the page. So you email a headshot picture. And step 3, this is the information that's going to go on your card. So we're going to need to know it. Complete membership card for order form below. I want my membership card. Which organization are you applying for? So check UNIA, because it's the UNIA Black Government ID. But if you're applying for the Collective Black People Movement, you put check Collective Black People Movement. But because it's UNIA, you put in your first name, your last name,
Right.
nickname, date of birth, email address, phone number, mailing address. So this is the mailing address is so that we know where to send the card to. And the first name and last name is so we know what information to put on the card. So if you want to use the card as official ID, then you probably have to have your birth name and your birth last name, first and last name. But also you can have your AKA name if you don't use your birth name and you just use your AKA name. You can also have your AKA name on the card. And put in your phone number just in case we might have to reach you for questions. Mailing address, if you have an apartment, put it in. City, state, and zip code, which is just for people in the US. So in Canada, you don't have to put in a zip code. And then if you have any comments, you want to enter your division, UNIA division number or name here. So enter your comments in, or enter your UNIA-ACL division number, name, and president. Because on the card, that information goes on your card, on your member card. So if we don't know who your president is, then we're not going to know where to send it. I mean, whose name is on it. I'll show you in a second. I'm going to pull it back up. Got a Dean's membership card. Let me share that. So you can see right here where the president's name go. Division President Lion Blyden, right here on the card. And also your division number goes up there too.
Yeah.
So like,
you know, we haven't got that number yet, but this is righteous.
like you see Dean is small. Okay, small is your nickname. So we put the nickname.
Oh, small is my right name. My right name. That's a surname.
Okay. And then we have your full surname right underneath it. Toronto, Canada, with your date of birth and everything else.
Now, my real name is George Mario, but I'd rather use Dean Mordecai.
No.
Because I plan to change my name in the future, and not now, though.
Right. But what happened is that if you want to use it as official ID, you'd have to have it in your official birth name.
Then write down George Mario Small. George Small, yeah, George Small. George.
Okay, because if you don't have it in your official birth name, they might not accept it when you're trying to use it.
Okay, let's put George Small then. George Small.
Okay.
And Dean Mordecai is the AKA.
Okay. So that's what everybody should know, that if you want to use it for official ID purpose, your birth name would have to be on it.
Got it.
You would have to line up with birth name.
That makes sense.
It's not mandatory to put your birth name on it, and you can just put whatever name you call yourself, your African name, but it might be less guaranteed that it will be accepted if you don't have any backative to back up your nickname. So
So you got that then Ross Marvin, George Small.
okay, what I'm doing now, Brother Dean, and I'm going to be sharing my screen so y'all can see it. I'll be editing now. Okay, this, and I got too much screens open. Okay, let me go back to sharing my screen. Okay, so I'm going to change right here. You can see my screen?
Yeah.
I'll be able to edit your card right here.
Yeah, George Small, good.
That's
And
the,
AKA Dean Mordecai.
okay. Did you want the initials AKA there?
No, yeah, it's good to put that there. Then you have Dean Mordecai.
Or do you want to switch the order? You want to put Dean on the bottom and
Put
George?
Dean Mordecai. Drop the small right there.
Okay.
Ross
MORDCAI.
M-O-R, what else?
DECAI.
Okay.
Or drop the AKA because it can't fit. See?
Okay.
MORDECAI.
You can fit the AKA if you want.
No, it's okay.
Okay, you don't need it? Okay.
No, drop the T. No Teen Mordecai. No Teen Mordecai.
Okay. The T dropped. Okay, so how's it
Drop
look?
the I to Dean. MOR. Oh, you spell differently, man. MORDECAI. Drop the I between the R and the D. No I. Yeah, Mordecai. Okay.
So how it look now?
Yeah, look good. Dean Mordecai, George Small. Yeah.
Let me go ahead and save it. So this is a publisher file that we created in, and then we change it to a JPEG file. Then I save it. Okay, it's been updated.
Yeah.
I'll put the new updated one.
Ross Marvin,
Go.
with us existing as a charter, is there any place to add Toronto charter?
What I said to Ross X the other day is that I would never build one more second as a charter, because y'all setting up as a charter, the last time that was probably done in the UNIA could have been 75 to 100 years ago.
Wow.
So,
Well, you know what? That's probably better, anyways, because I mean we're just pushing for that division to be finalized.
yeah, that's what you got to do, so that you're doing a lot of works in your division, different things happening and so on. But every group that starts in this century started as a division. Nobody else starts as a chapter.
I see.
So y'all got to operate as a chapter. You know why? Because in the Constitution, it says to be a division, you have to be 500 members. And there's no division today that has 500 active members. But all of them started as a division. They didn't start as a chapter.
Got it.
So yeah, y'all got to just function. To get the 7 people. I know.
We're there.
Right. So, Brother Dean, you had got the information but the requirements to form a chapter, right?
Yeah, I think I get that in the email.
Right, or a text message. See if you can do this. Text the word menu to this number.
Shoot. I have to come off the page though. I have to drop my screen. I don't know.
We'll take it down. I'll take it down. I'll take it down.
Okay.
Or do we say take it on? Okay.
You can text the word MENU to that number.
What number?
It's in the chat.
Okay, good.
Brother Dean, you got some radio playing in your background and it's coming out loud over the call.
Yeah, I know you muted me. That's okay.
Yeah, because true, whatever you listen to is coming out loud over the call. But you can unmute yourself when you're ready. But I don't know if I answered the question that our brother, I think Brother Dewitt asked. Brother Dewitt, did I answer the question?
Oh, yes, sir. Thank you very much, very thoroughly. And I was just saying if we could move to the next piece of business we have here.
Okay.
So a couple ideas we wanted to talk about with the other divisions is we were considering putting together a video PSA of all the children of the divisions across the world and try to put together a PSA endorsed by the Black Cross nurses to encourage kids to remain safe, wear their masks, wash their hands, and those kinds of things, and obviously other health pointers.
Mm-hmm. All of that is good. The guideline is as long as it's positive and as long as it's beneficial to us and as long as it's uplifting to our people, then it's all part of the solution.
Oh, we felt great about it. We have some amazing young people here in the division, and just for them to give them a leadership position among their peers, they're all on social media and those kinds of things. And I think it's important for us to activate our young people to be leaders among their peers and to get a very important message out to the world.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're going to write a script that just basically the kids could say, and we're going to just invite the other divisions to bring in their some young people and have them take part in it.
You see all the works you're talking about now? Those are works of a division. So,
yes, sir.
yeah, man, that's what divisions do. So what y'all have to understand is that the only people who can determine what Toronto division does is the brothers and sisters who's part of the division or in that jurisdiction. So what y'all see is good to do from your perspective, then you have a right as long as you're not violating the Constitution. So, and that's the beauty of how Marcus Garvey set up the government and our ancestors. They set it up that each jurisdiction can do what works in their area,
Right. Well, we've been very active. We set up a charity, Thy Sister's Keeper, and we have been very actively securing donations so that we can provide for single mothers and expecting mothers to provide them diapers and formula and things that they need in emergency cases. And we launched that on Mother's Day. So that was our Mother's Day initiative.
Excellent, excellent. You said you set up charity. What name did you set it up underneath?
It's Thy Sister Keeper.
Okay, excellent.
Thy Sister's Keeper, and that's going really well. We have our own sanitizer business that Rosex has been managing for us. So we're making sure that the sanitizer is available to Black businesses and to the Black communities at an affordable price. So we've been actively doing that, and so what we're now gearing up for is the centennial of our beloved flag.
Mm-hmm.
And so we are here in Buffalo, we have a date, August 13th. President Lyons secured that to raise the flag on August 13th here in Buffalo. And in Toronto, Canada, and other municipalities in Canada, we are actually securing August 13th flag raisings as well. We're looking to reach out to our brothers and sisters in Montreal that have been operating the Montreal division. And we're neither going to go to Montreal or we're going to invite them to Toronto.
Okay. Oh, that's excellent. That's excellent.
Yeah, so we wanted to know what the other divisions we're working on. I think we should have a organized effort to make sure that we could get at least 100 flags up across the world. We have people in Sierra Leone that are ready. We have people, in different parts of Canada who are ready. So we just want to try to make this as collective and as powerful as possible. So that's why we want to reach out to you and find out, what your plans were.
Okay. Okay. When it comes to the celebration, Saturday, August 15th is our Marcus Garvey Day here in Atlanta. But because of COVID-19, we have to come with it in a new way. And I don't want to let the cat out of the bag, but I can share a little bit with everybody on the call today. Don't put this on social media. Just keep
Sorry, President. I actually did, before you go on. I just wanted to introduce the sister Janet. Was able to join us again. So give thanks, sister, for being able to join us.
Excellent.
I guess continue.
Hello, Sister Janet. Thank you for joining.
I think you might be mute, Janet. Let me unmute you. Okay, you're unmuted.
Okay, great. I was saying thank you for having me.
Okay. Yes, and good to talk to you again, Janet. I talked to you an hour ago. Yes.
Yes, good to talk to you again.
Yes, so with the situation, what we were planning is because this is the 100th year, and everyone should know that the convention and the High Executive Council meeting has been rescheduled to next year. So because it's the 100th year, we still feel we should do something. So what we was planning on is each year our Garvey Day has a special theme, and the ancestors tell us that the theme for this year is Garveyites, can we unite?
Mm.
Okay.
Mm.
So it doesn't matter if you're an active member or non-active member, or which UNIA you say you're with. If you consider yourself a Garveyite, asking the question, can we unite?
Hey.
Yes, unification is a must.
Mm.
Because this year, what we're planning as division presidents getting together and putting it on. So I've spoken to like about 7 to 10 division presidents, and everybody's on board with it. And how the day would look is that definitely we want to have this as a day where it's not negative, meaning it ain't about attacking each other. It ain't about putting down each other. But what it's about is we revolving around the theme, can we unite as Garveyites? Because if we wait on the leaders, what they're saying, our leaders is saying, well, they got to follow me. And the other one is saying, well, he got to follow me. That's how they see uniting. So,
So it's a new definition of united.
I don't know if it would be a new definition, but when it comes to uniting, basically we're just pondering the question or starting the discussion.
It's like a new way of doing things. I'm almost feel like I'm getting in the spirit right now because I did a video 3 days ago. Sorry, I have this grassroots organization that I started last year called Black Unity. And I did a video like 3 days ago asking the same question. And in the video, I was saying to the audience, let's just put aside things like religion. Let's put aside even some of our internal issues that we have and just focus on unity from the perspective of race first. So hearing you say that, just
Exactly.
like where Christian would say, let me just get in a spirit.
Well, at least for this day, we had it scheduled as a 12-hour program, but then after talking to a couple of presidents, they say it should be a 24-hour program.
Oh, yeah, that's nice.
And in this 24-hour program, we'll have speakers, presenters, and each division will have an hour or so to be able to host the gathering from their city and to feature what they're doing in their city. You know, I don't know if it's Kanye West, because I don't keep up to date and thing, but we know that he's always in the news, and because of controversy, he's controversial. But what ends up happening is because he's controversial, he gets more sales, record sales. I don't know if y'all understand or follow what I'm saying.
So any attention is attention.
Exactly. But if it's good or bad, it still brings more traffic your way or business more your way.
Yeah.
So now, on this day, that's going to be the theme of the day. So for the 24 hours, we just want to deal with it from that perspective. So anybody who say they don't like this person or this person's a crook or this person's a thief, within this 24 hours, you're going to have to wait until after the 24 hours and after this is over to talk about that. But we're going to keep it pure within this 24 hours, where we're going to just ponder the question, can we unite? And we'll have guest speakers. And this is something that the division presidents are coming together. And it's not official, but it's going to be official probably in a week or so. And we'll have performers. And the ultimate aim behind the scenes, y'all, is to get 100 new active members in each division. So the climax of the program is going to be the President General discussion, panel discussion. It's not guaranteed yet that, because we haven't even reached out to the President Generals, but anybody who've had the title President General during their life and is still alive, there's four of them that we know. Our President General, Michael Duncan, then you have the UNIA President General, Cleo Miller, you have Senghor Baye, previous President General, and you have Akili Nkrumah, who's the President General for the RC 2020 committee. So those four individuals will be sitting on a panel if they all accept, and that's going to be the wild card, because, you know, some of our leaders, they behind the closed doors, they'll say, I'm not uniting with that N-word, but in public, they can't bring it like that, because this is going to be a Garvey program, and they're going to have to give the image and the impression to we that they're for unification of our people. Because if they're not for the unification of our people, then it will show and it will speak for them. So we want to know what they're saying publicly, even though behind closed doors they might feel different. But we can hold them to the statements that they say publicly. So collectively, we're going to have to develop a list of questions, and all four President Generals is going to get the same questions and maybe have about 5 minutes to respond to each question. And one of the questions we'll ask, because it's also an educational information session for non-active members. those people who carry the red, black, and green flag, but they can tell you a little bit about Marcus Garvey, but they can't tell you nothing about the UNIA. So they will get a major education on this day, because we'll start out maybe saying, asking the President Generals on the panel discussion, explain the history of the UNIA that brings you to be the President General for today.
Wow.
So each of one of them have to answer that. So everybody in the audience will get to understand the different, you know, it's a summarized historical perspective, but each person will be able to see the summarized historical perspective from each President General's perspective. And then the other questions we can ask them is, what are the works that has been done in the UNIA while you were, or now while you're President General? They'll be able to share their works. But the key question that we're leading them up to is for them to answer the theme. As President General, do you think we as all Garveyites can unite? So all four of them would have to address that. Even though what they say in their responses might be different from what they feel behind closed doors. And then another question we'll ask is, if they say yes, how do you see the unification happening? You know, and it's all just to start the discussion, because right now where we stand is
Well, I think.
let me just finish. You better do it until you come in.
I was going
Right now where we stand,
yeah, sorry.
we're so polarized that we're separated from each other so much, you know, and it's like either one side or the other side or whatever. And I want to also say that the list of questions have to be a collective list of questions. So we want everybody put in questions, and then we just get a set of questions to be able to ask for during that time. And I want you all to know as I speak, is dreaming we're dreaming, because none of the President Generals know about what we're talking about. And that's why I say don't put it on Facebook or social media, because if we're going to do this thing and it's going to work right, we have to do it right. That means before the President Generals hear about it on social media, they have to get an invitation directly through a letter or email or even a phone call, so that they know about it before the public know about it. Because if the public knows about it and then they find about it through the public, then you know they ain't gonna want to be part, because that's not respectful.
It's not. It's
really
a certain protocol. A certain protocol.
That's it. I'll stop now. You go on.
Well, I mean, I'm very honored to be able to receive that information. Is our division actively involved?
My pretty so I was gonna reason about some of that whenever I got the chance, but yes, brother, that was something I wanted to bring up today as well. So just to let the IDM know. But go ahead, sorry, just to let the I know.
So it's for everybody who consider themselves a Garveyites. It doesn't matter who you say your President General is. It doesn't matter whether you're active or non-active. The theme is, if you're a Garveyite, for you. So of course, whether you're a chapter or a division, you're on the planning level. We got to pull it together. We can't depend on our leadership to pull it together, because they're not even thinking like this.
Well, you know, this is us showing leadership, and you know that's what's key. And I just wanted to make a point that this event answers your question. When you ask, can we unite? Understand that coming together is a step towards that direction. Right? So you've already answered your question, right? Just by being able to bring us all together under these circumstances. And so I think, you know, we don't want, you know, the answer is right under our nose, and we want to embrace that and say, you know, whatever it is that moved us to bring us to this point, we just need to continue that spirit and to continue to to call us out of our, call us out of our egos and call us out of our hurt, and and have moments where we can celebrate the things that unite us, because it's much stronger than what divides us.
Ashe, ashe.
And so once we get on the same page in that Constitution, there's no room for error. The blueprint is set and it's flawless, and it just requires people to trust the blueprint, and so we are committed to being part of building that unity. When we raise the flag in Canada, whether it's in Brampton or in Toronto, we let everyone know that this is your flag, and that's bringing in all of the Caribbean, because we're dealing with a Caribbean complex where many of our people don't associate their homeland as Africa, but as the Caribbean. And so we're dealing with a different kind of mindset. So it's a different level of work, but it's the same blueprint, right? It's the same blueprint, and it's the same, whether you're an active member or you're a non-active member, you are a member, and we recognize you for who you are, and we need you. We had an event here where we stood with our Afro-Latino family, and they've been waiting to be called home. So there's just a lot. There's a lot going on. I want to just thank Sister Janet on this call for reaching out to me and us regarding taking the flag raising initiatives to a broader place. We have been over the past 3 years making history in all parts of Canada with our flag raising and building awareness of Marcus Garvey and the UNIA, and she is looking to help us get the flag on the schools and to get our curriculum into the schools. So we're very grateful for having her on board and having her vision for us to make a move.
May I ask you a question?
This,
How did you have to go through any city regulation to get the flag on the flagpole on the pole on the corner by the showed earlier? What approval did you have to get from the city to hang the flag on the street pole?
Just over here?
Yeah. In Buffalo.
Well, you know what? This historical route, is our Juneteenth route. This is where we have our Juneteenth celebration. So all of Genesee usually has flagpoles, has flags up on it during this time of the season. So I believe that particular flagpole may be courtesy of Juneteenth committee here.
Okay.
But here actually in Buffalo, so I've been quarantined in Buffalo since the outbreak. So I've been here, and while here we're continuing doing that work. And there's an African American heritage corridor right here in downtown Buffalo, which it actually has the first headquarters of the UNIA also listed here. And President Lyon Blyden and the UNIA-ACL here has been successful in identifying many other areas that have Garveyite significance. And we've been declaring it districts, Garveyite districts. So been talking to the city about actually getting our own flagpoles set up around the city. And that's just through the Parks and Rec division of the city.
I see.
And we decided that the flags that we have here, these smaller flags, we decided that the fundraising funds are going to go towards us paying for our own flagpole on the site of the JCA in Canada, which stands for the Jamaican Canadian Association. And this facility actually houses the chair that the Honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey, his own chair that was inside UNIA Hall, Liberty Hall here in Canada, Toronto, Canada.
Wow.
So we are working on preserving the history. Last Marcus Garvey Day celebration in Toronto, we were honored to have Dr. Julius Garvey present to raise the flag for us. And we also, in Toronto, in conjunction with the Historical Society, with Dr. Julius Garvey, we revealed a plaque that will be installed on the Liberty Hall in Toronto on College Street.
Excellent, excellent.
So amazing work in preserving the great history of Toronto Garveyites as we build upon their foundation and grow, and grow the division. I mean, we have history that we read during these meetings. So these meetings we call UNIA-versity, Mr. President.
Okay, that's a good
Yes.
thing.
Yes. So Tuesdays and Thursdays, every Tuesdays and Thursdays, the members meet here in the Facebook room, and we call it UNIA-versity. And we talk about the history of Toronto UNIA, cover our Constitution, and we cover our plans, and all the things that we plan on doing. And so last week, this was part of our plans, and here we are. The plan is manifested. So I give thanks to the ancestors for the wisdom, and of course, all of the active members in Toronto who are actively sharing ideas, investing, so that we can grow the division and achieve our objectives.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Well, whatever we can do here from 421 to assist, and that's what we're here for, to help build a UNIA, both in our jurisdiction and outside of our jurisdiction. So I want to share this link with y'all. At the CBPM Collective Black People Movement website, we host many division pages there. So I'm going to share this thing so when y'all ready to have the page up, I just shared it in the chat. So when y'all ready to get the Toronto UNIA page up, you just complete that form right there in the chat. And that's something that we have the power to do from 421, because the leadership of 421 is the same leadership for the Collective Black People Movement organization. So we're able to use the resources that both organizations have. And the CBPM have one of the biggest websites for us as African people around the world, with almost 2,000 pages of information on our people. And we do have the Canada page, cbpm.org/Canada. I'll put it in the chat. But whatever you all doing in Canada, we can push you from where we are here in the United States. I'll put the Canada page. But more importantly, we have to get the Toronto page and city pages. And it's just about continue building. That's the CBPM Canada page I just put up there. But enter your information. Whatever you're doing for our people, you can enter it right there on the Canada page, and then we'll add it to the page so brothers and sisters know to connect with y'all for whichever works that y'all are doing.
Sorry, President Marvin, Ras Marvin, we can't see the screen actually.
Which?
Well, I have the links. And I just copied the links from the chat, and I brought it over to our messenger, so I'll be able to share it with you all. Well, thank you. This is good news that I will actually share when I reach out to the membership and the leadership in the Montreal division.
Yes. Well, let me share with you all Montreal's page. Montreal already have their page up online. Well, continue. I didn't mean to.
Yeah, no, okay, good. Well, that's good.
Sorry, Brother DeWitt, do you have their link? Because as we're speaking with Ras Marvin, I was actually meaning to ask the President Ross Marvin about if you had the link for some of the brethren and sistren, the elders in Montreal.
I had one, but he passed away. He's the brother who died in the fire. I think he was the president of the Vice a couple of years back.
Right. Did I have anybody else's connection?
No, but the field guy, I just put the Montreal division page in the chat.
Sorry, could you say it again?
I just put the Montreal Division 334 CVPM page in the chat. If y'all want to see what their page look like, it's in the chat. But do it. I don't know if you know how to mute your line. I had muted it for a second. It seemed like some breeze was flowing through. So you have to unmute it from your side.
So the information, I just checked the link out, and that's the same page that I was referencing to get their information. So their phone number is listed here. So we'll be verifying all of that information this week.
Exactly. Their contact information is on their page. I don't know how good it is though.
No, we'll verify it. I'll verify this week, and I'll let you know, President.
Okay, excellent, excellent. Or if it's not good, and when you do get their good number or email, definitely send it to us so we can update your page.
Indeed, indeed. All right, everyone. So we do keep our meetings within an hour, and we've reached that hour mark. But we always, of course, leave room if anyone else has any remarks that they'd like to share.
One thing that I did want to add or suggest is definitely reaching out to His Excellence, the Right Honorable Marcus Mosiah Garvey, his family for the centennial, and including, I know the Honorable Garvey, his son. I know he's ill, or he's very elderly, but him witnessing, attending, if it's going to be online, right? That'd still be a big, huge thing just to see him. I know everyone would enjoy that, and especially Dr. Julius, because we have a huge connection with him here. And I came across a lot of his family on Facebook. So yeah, I think it'd be a good idea. It's just a suggestion if something happens, if we could invite the family for the centennial as well.
Well, Rastex, we couldn't do the centennial without the family.
Right, right.
We didn't even think of that angle there, Rastex, so I'm making note of it so that we definitely do invite Dr. Julius Garvey to be one of our main speakers.
Yes, and definitely to invite the Honorable Marcus Garvey III.
I think he might be, he has Alzheimer's, and I don't know how aware he is. Have you spoken with him lately?
I know that. So I know he would need, I would assume he was going to need support. And if it's just online, you know what I mean? The brethren just has to really watch. And people seeing him is really my thing, that's what the energy that I'm expecting.
Okay, so I'm good. So, well, we definitely have to try to make it happen,
And I pray the brethren also, it might be that good opportunity because it's easier to see him online, right? It would be easier to see him that way than for it to get him in person at an event. I would just depend, right?
That's right. That's right. So this can be real big, brothers and sisters. And this is our 100th year. And if we don't make a move on this, y'all, you're going to see people who are not UNIA, but just carry the red, black, and green. They're going to come out with 100-year celebration for the red, black, and green.
Wow, it's true.
And if they do that, and we as UNIA sitting down on the sidelines, better we stay on the sidelines and let those who celebrate the 100-year lead the movement.
I hear, for some reason, I hear in my spirit invincible. I could hear the Honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey in his speech telling us, if you can't do it, you know,
You'll die.
you die. Then die. You good for nothings.
Exactly.
Good for nothing, raised up cowards.
You raised up cowards. I can hear him.
And they said, can we do it?
Can we do it? Can we do it?
Can we do it? We shall do it.
Exactly.
Oh, right.
So,
Right.
and it's the black and green. The UNIA is supposed to be leading it. We're not supposed to be following people who's not UNIA because they're having the red, black, and green 100-year celebration. So we can't fall behind the 8 ball with this. We got to get ahead of the curve because I'm telling you, this is going to be the biggest celebration in 100 years for the red, black, and green.
Indeed. And do you know last year there was a rogue group that I invited to come be part of the raising of the RBG at an event. And the next thing I know, they're in their city doing a flag raising, and tried to do it without the UNIA-ACL. And I had to reach out all the way to the top, and I reached out to the parent body, and I got a letter produced by President Blyden that I submitted to the government of Brampton and said DeWitt Lee is we created a title as flag bearer. Chaplain DeWitt Lee is the flag bearer. And you know what? We have procedures. We have standards.
That's right.
We have national anthems, right? And if you are not going to adhere and adhere to our procedures, then you're not authorized to raise the flag. And so even where they got the flag from matter, right? We have our own seamstress that make our flag, right? When we need them. So we had to confront this group. And because of that work, we were able to shift the hands of who was responsible for doing it. And, you know, we eventually ended up being the ones to raise the flag. And there was a local senator, we use the word senator, but he's a member of provincial parliament, operates like a senator. He actually presented the UNIA, our division, with a certificate acknowledging us as the first to ever raise a flag in Brampton.
Wow.
And so, but it took work. It took work, and it took us to basically draw in the authority that we have as Garveyites to protect this flag, just like we did our pledge in the beginning of this of our call, and that's defending our flag and being and defending the purpose of the flag, right? Because it's become too fashionable, and it's supposed to be functionable. And so that is what our motives and needs are. And so that's what we're fighting. So yeah, you're right, 100%, President Marvin. That is what's going to happen if we don't take the authority.
That's right.
That's been given to us, and the responsibility given to us. And I like that you put a member challenge on it, because we need to build membership.
That's right. And this will build membership, because each division will be promoting it within their network, and there'll be brothers and sisters coming on from every single city and state. I'm telling you, this is going to be so big, because it's going to be controversial, because in modern times, you hear about one UNIA or you hear about the other. And when you're hearing about one like the other one don't even exist. But we all know it exists, and you see, brothers and sisters, we are not responsible for the split. It happened before we was born. All we was born. But we just asking the question because we see it continues right into our generation. Everybody lining up on sides, but yet we're all Garveyites. But you said, because I know the meeting's getting ready to close up now, you asked if there was any final comments. And this is what I would say to each of y'all. Before this month is over, do not let August 1st come and y'all are not recognized as a division status. You're doing a lot of works. They know, in other words, who you're applying to. You're applying to we, our own people. It's not like we're applying to Babylon system and you know Babylon system treat us. But we're applying to something that we control our own selves. So, ain't no reason why y'all should not be official division with your division number and doing the great works that was mentioned this evening on the call. There ain't no reason why y'all shouldn't be functioning as a division. So my recommendation and suggestion is that before the month is over, July, put this behind you. Put this behind you and get the division status so that way you will be fully official. That's what I would recommend. And whatever I can do to help, I'm here.
Well, what my tablet died, so I had to switch over to my phone. So excuse me, everyone. This is Brother DeWitt back. But I like where I came in at, and I'm glad I had another device that I was able to come in on. We have succeeded in securing our 7. You said put something behind us. What was that I missed?
What you should put behind you is the status of a chapter.
Yes, sir.
So don't make the end of the month come and you're still functioning and need that status, because no division who started within the last 50 years started as a chapter. And in this century, the Constitution says from the beginning, from the get-go, that to be a division, you have to have 500 active members. But in this time, no division have 500 active members. Therefore, y'all are the only one following the rule, Toronto. Everybody else should be calling themselves a chapter because they don't have 500 active members. No division have 500 active members. So they don't even use chapters no more. They just call a division when you don't even have 500 members. And this time, they call you a division.
All right, so we're in. You know what happened was COVID happened, right? We were part of that monthly call with division presidents.
Yes.
We were acknowledged by our president, Honorable Michael Duncan. He acknowledged us, and then so actually we were in preparation of sending everything that needed to be sent in, and there was just, everyone just kind of fell off the grid. So, and I take responsibility. So, who should I be following up with tomorrow?
You call me, but the person you want to talk to is Raymond Duguay.
Right. Well, that's who I did. That's who I did have the initial conversations with. We were talking about getting the dues over to him and everything else. So,
No. Don't send no dues to Raymond Duguay, because when you form a division, they give you like 6 months to a year just to be able to get your foot flat on the ground. So all those things, don't worry about. The only thing you have to worry about as far as dues right now is the $100 division fee to start your division.
Well, we've had that for 100 days now.
But did you give it to them?
No, so no, I did not give it to him.
Well, that's good because you don't want to give them the package piece by piece. You want to give them the package full and complete. I got your text, Brother DeWitt. Did you see my response? And you probably responded to me. But I wanted y'all to text the word new division, N-E-W, 2 words.
Right, I remember doing this. I remember doing this.
Did it give you back the information?
I remember getting out all the things that needed, and we have all of that.
Exactly, exactly. So tomorrow I can connect you with Raymond Duguay, and you know, y'all should be standing on your own 2 feet because you have your own jurisdiction, and you should have your own division name and division number, because the works that y'all are doing is even greater than some works that have title of division. So keep up the great works.
Give thanks. Give thanks. Can I have that? You texted me back? You said the number to dial to type in new division? Because I love doing that. I want to do it again.
I'll put it in the chat. So I just put the number. Text the word new division. Okay, let me put it in another way. And let me know if you get a response.
Yeah, I was the most impressed when this thing was like, I couldn't believe it.
Did you get a response?
I just typed in new division.
Okay.
Yep,
Okay.
there it is.
Yeah, that's a national African texting system that we developed. So you can text any words. We're revamping it now, but you can usually text the word menu and it will tell you. There's a whole bunch of information within the system, and you just have to know the keywords to text to get back whatever information you're looking for. But we're redesigning it, but at least you have that information in your hand.
Well, I tell you what, we are just a conversation or two away from being able to do this. And what is the date for your for the unification event?
Saturday, August 15th. So we're speaking about 12 hours, but it looks like it's going to be a 24-hour marathon. And we're supposed to have a meeting next week, Saturday, to finalize it.
I see.
Yeah,
This call was
we're supposed to have a finalization meeting.
this call was summoned by the ancestors to happen.
Or we might be meeting this weekend though. But I'll let Ross X know if we are meeting. I'll definitely make sure y'all know. But
Very good. Very good.
this is something where we got to give input to make sure that this is successful. So any ideas you have, like Ross X had just this excellent idea, make sure we have the Garvey family to be part. And the other ideas that the item have, put it up on the table because we want this to be the best 100 years possible celebration so that it will last forever. People will always remember this time. So it's going to take all of us to input to make it turn out to be successful.
Well, what I like most about it as well is the timing of it. Is that there's also Marcus Garvey's Earth Strong on the 17th.
Mm-hmm.
So it allows us to use this as a springboard.
Yes, I.
To make that day, as important as ever.
That's right.
So we want it. So because the best thing to do is to give people an action, to give people a challenge, and to give us something to rally around. And for the past several years in Toronto, we've been celebrating Marcus Garvey's Earth Strong. Continued tradition that we've inherited. You know, Marcus Garvey Day has been something that's been celebrated in Toronto for a long time. And so we are, you know, we are honored to be able to carry the torch, you know, for the Garveyites of Toronto, who celebrated, you know, the Honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey on his earth strong. And we've been doing it for several years now. And this year, obviously, is, you know, has the greatest significance. So I think we should also look at our 15th unifying event, and then, you know, divisions planning something big and powerful for the community. You know, on Marcus Garvey's Earth Strong. You know, on Nelson Mandela's Day, it's a national day of service, right? Martin Luther King Day is a national day of service. So everyone takes that day as a day of giving, a day of playing it forward and being instrumental and influential in your community. So I think that's a day, you know, of taking care of our community, you know, and focusing on, you know, the principles that he left us. So if there's any day to buy black, it's Marcus Garvey's birthday.
That's right. That's right.
So,
And
you know,
what happened is that we have to understand the significance of August 15th, because the red, black, and green flag was first mentioned in the Declaration of Rights. It's Declaration number 39, and the Declaration was released on August 13th, the Declaration of Rights of Negro Peoples of the World. But the flag wasn't unveiled until August 15th.
right.
This Saturday, August 15th, 2020, is exactly 100 years since the flag was unveiled by Marcus Garvey.
Absolutely. That's a date we've been waiting for.
Yes.
And a date we're preparing for.
So all the stars line up in our favor. So the only way it ain't gonna be successful if we don't make it happen. So we got all the forces with us.
We're global.
That's
It's time for us to come together and get ready to, you know, take it the next 100 years. You know, I mean, that's what we should be thinking. What's the next 100 years of the UNIA going to look like?
That's right. That's
We're
right.
the ones, we're the ones responsible for that. You know, we've inherited, you know, what we've been given, the format and the platform, philosophies, and the vision of unification, of liberation. And, you know, it's time for us to begin sketching what the next 100 years is going to look like. There's a generation who is ready for this black government. You know, I just left a meeting with young people who, you know, who didn't know Marcus Garvey until now. But, you know, once they start introducing them to his speeches and to his words and what the plans of the UNIA, they've been waiting for this discipline.
Mm-hmm.
And they've been getting it in different doses. And that's the problem. They've been giving it in diluted doses here and there, and different movements that pop up here and there. But once they tap into the source and they get that 100%,
Mm-hmm.
and the family, and they get the support, and they get the love, and they get the knowledge. That's the thing. You know, our people perish for a lack of knowledge.
That's right.
And once they get knowledge of themselves, and we're the ones who teach who we are, the full story,
Mm-hmm.
kings and queens, and that is what we shall return.
That's right.
Sure.
It was a pleasure being with y'all.
Same here. Same here. Well, we have our way of closing, Mr. President. Brother Dean, would you like to take us out? I mean, I will ask the Queen, but I don't want to put her on the spot.
Okay, I'll take it out.
Amen.
Amen. Good night. And one aim,
One aim.
One God.
one God,
It's one. Sorry, Bridget. It's one God first.
one God,
One
God.
God.
one aim,
One aim.
one destiny.
One destiny.
Race first.
Race
First. Love, brothers and sisters, man.
Love and love.
Peace.
Love. Peace.
Love, light.
Yeah.
Bless.
Yes. Give thanks, President Ross Marvin.
Yes, thank you so much, Mr. President, for making time. We're so
Ross
grateful.
Marvin. Yeah.
Oh, it was my pleasure, brothers and sisters. And we're always here on this channel for the UNIA. The office is always open if anybody want to chime in or check in at any time.
All right, Real Nation building. We're on our way. I'll speak with you tomorrow, Mr. President.
All right, sound good. Race first.
All right, race first.
This first.
Where's
All right,
first score?
Give thanks, sister, for coming.
Thank you, sister.
Okay. All right, brethren. Give thanks again, brother. Yes, brother D.
Yeah, take care, man.
Bless.
Yeah,
Right
peace.
on. Okay. All right, King.